This week on Respect the Game.
Well, got her home.
Dude, the start of the new year just gets me jacked up.
Let's do it.
I can get any pre-roll, but they should wind up right underneath the tree.
The two colorblind brothers can see blood sprayed all over the woods. You know your broadhead's doing something, but that didn't take long.
What did you do?
I found it. Dude, the start of a new year just gets me jacked up.
Now we get to go walk right where all the bucks took off running. Check Brian's covert that he can't wait to check. Good news is plot's coming up. Green. Bad news is it's 2 inches out of the ground and there was probably 10 deer in it. And they're probably going to eat it before it gets to grow. Out back here on the farm, where we were gonna set up, we don't think it's gonna work. Just really not that many trees to get on. I don't know. 50, 60 acre clover field goes into the apple trees. So we're just trying to figure out where are the most deer coming out. Let's try to set up in a high traffic spot. Well, got her home. Doing a little scouting tonight. It's late July. I've been seeing some pretty good shooters and quite a few of them right in the middle of the day out in these beans. So I decided to come up here, climb on top of my oil tank, see if I can't get my eyes on them, get a little better look. Put out a lot of coverts, just haven't checked them yet. So we're just hoping to get some good footage of these bucks. Kind of see what we're working with, see really exactly where I need to be putting the cameras just so we can start getting inventory on exactly what they are, because they see my truck and they start running. So basically the only ones I've seen have been running through the beans. I'm hoping to catch them in a little more relaxed environment and just kind of watch them, put together a game plan come September. Good bug. That's a big one. Two big ones.
Which camouflage is better? One that disrupts the human form or one that naturally conceals? Well, we say both. Introducing the new realtree Edge, the first camo pattern that allows you to blend in at close range and has the realistic elements that match your hunting surroundings, completely erasing the human form at any distance. So don't settle for one or the other. Hunt with an edge. Realtree Edge.
Take a look back to your very first hunt. Who were you with? What were you hunting? In that very moment, your legacy began. Whether you know it or not, we all have a ritual. It may be that lucky pair of socks, or your routine before or after a hunt. Whatever it may be, trust that hunt to the most shootable and efficient bow ever developed. Honor the ritual.
Flies like a dart, but it's a tough arrow.
Smoke, baby. Smoke on Sad Daddy. He's down, he's down, he's down.
Hard shots. You hammered. We don't gotta track that one. This dude blew through the shield, both shoulders, poked out the other side.
Slick trick broadheads.
Deadliest broadhead, period.
The deadliest broadhead, period.
Your odor is betraying you. It's ruining your hunt, pressuring your property, and killing your opportunities. This year, let nothing stand between you and your best season ever. Deploy a steady stream of odor-destroying molecules every second of every hour of every hunt with ozonics. Available only at ozonicshunting.com.
All right, guys. September 15th, opening day here in Missouri. I'm gonna self-film on a fresh cut cornfield. Checked the cameras this morning. There's deer in here this morning, last night, pretty much ever since they cut the corn 3 days ago. And I slipped in, hung a stand in the cedar tree about 7 foot off the ground. It's not very high at all. I don't think it matters because I'm in the right spot, wind's blowing perfect. So I'm gonna attempt to get all this stuff set up, camera arm, camera, ozonics, bow, all that stuff, and I'll see you guys when I get up in the tree. See you later. We'll see how this goes. First hunt of the year, first time self-filming. Could get ugly.
Rode in like a hurricane. You ran me over like a freight train, yeah. Took off like an airplane. Love hit and run, got the best of me. Rode in like a hurricane. You ran me over.
Last night I seen 2 of my biggest target bucks. They stayed out about 75 yards right at dark, just a little too far. If they can squeeze into 60, I feel totally fine shooting that. Got the impulse, shooting a Scott, so I have total confidence out to 60, but 75 just pushing. The wind's blowing pretty much the opposite way it was last night, which is terrible for this stand. But I got the ozonics going, sprayed down with lethal, it should be all right. We are hunting one buck that's been driving me absolutely crazy because he's everywhere but where I'm sitting. We're on like maybe a 40, 50 acre farm. We're running like 26 cameras on it. So we basically know his every move, but it seems like he's always just one step ahead of us. So we're gonna go sit in this little spot we call a honey hole. It's about a 5 acre patch of departed woods from the rest of the property. Is pretty much all timber, but that section's off by itself and he's kind of been holding up in there. There's been a lot of construction going on the other side of the timber, so we think he got pushed over there. That's where we got all the last pictures.
Let's do it. Tonight, the winds died down a little bit, and we had a lot of rain come through last night. So, conditions definitely feel a little better tonight. Hopefully they get on their feet a little earlier. We saw what looked like a decent buck at the end of the field the other night, but it was too dark. We couldn't really get a good look at him, so hopefully they get on their feet a little bit quicker. Come give us a look. We're gonna run a slick trick right through them. They don't know which way they want to go. Got 2 does coming out of the field. Out to these beans. Which is awesome because they're moving about an hour earlier than they did the other night when we were here. So That's a good sign. Well, he's only got one side. Come on, where's Daddy at? Or Big Brother? The bad thing is we kicked up a buck right underneath the stand. I'm not sure which one it was, but I don't think it was our target buck. Because he had a real bright rack. The one we're at, there's got a pretty dark rack, so hopefully we didn't cause any damage. It didn't blow, it just kind of trotted off through the woods. It's really thick in here. So it's gonna happen really fast if it happens. With it raining all day, it's been really, really quiet. So we're gonna have to keep our heads on the swivel all night long. I'm just trying to be extra quiet because I know the deer are close if they're in here. This is where we've been seeing the biggest buck I've got all year, so hopefully it should work. I had really high expectations coming in here. And once again, I got humbled really quick. You realize just how hard it is to kill a big deer. We've had this deer 6 out of the last 11 days. That's pretty good odds to see him, and we haven't seen anything.
Respect the Game has been brought to you by Elite Archery, the world's most shootable bow. Scott Releases, the #1 name in the release game. Custom bow equipment, solid broadheads, dual game calls, get real. Winner's Choice custom bowstrings. Realtree, family, friends, and the outdoors. Ozonics, undetectable, undeniable. Victory Arrows, the carbon arrow experts. Slick Trick, the deadliest broadhead, period. And by these other fine sponsors.
He coming. He's coming back, Graham.
Established in a small town in 1981. A company that produces quality products that archers have come to rely on. I started shooting with a Scott release and have passed the tradition on. My dad always told me, never forget where you came from. Well, I haven't. Shoot with confidence. Shoot a Scott.
shoot the quietest crossbow ever developed. The A4 from Chemex crossbows.
So, he's over across the street. Cross the street last night at 2:30, but he was coming back where we're gonna be sitting. I think the way that honey hole sits, how we sat, I think he's bedding on the south side of it. And he's working his way up through it and then crossing.
To go to the corn?
To go to the corn. Because he hits that patch right on the other side of the tracks, all that CRP locust trees. I think he messes around with the scrape line, and then he jumps over to the corn to feed at night.
He's coming to the corn late.
That was 2:30 last night. He could cover a lot of ground in that much time, but I guarantee he's bedding that honey hole. So we got the win today. Slipping there like a couple ninjas. See what happens. Hopefully there's something good on that card. If there ain't nothing on that card, I'm hunting somewhere else.
He's been in here every day, morning and night, since I pulled this card. And he's coming from that way every time. Dude, we are in his bedroom. And there are scrapes everywhere in here. Dude, I'm pumped.
I still have not seen this deer in person. He's all over my trail cameras. Every time I'm not here, he's here. Literally, I walk out of the woods, he walks to my camera. These early mornings are starting to catch up to me. I've pretty much successfully seen every deer on my cameras except for the one that I want to kill.
So it's November 1st. Still self-filming, 4th, 5th day of my week off. I came in, hung a new set in this pie shape. It's just a big pinch point. Hung a covert in here. The last 4 or 5 days, this deer's just been pinging on it, a buck I called G-Baby. I hunted it yesterday morning, didn't see it. Didn't see him, but I'm hoping this morning he comes by. I've been seeing a lot of good cold deer. Big 7-point, but nothing I want to shoot. I just want this one deer, so I'm hoping he comes out. He's just been a ghost. He's all over my cameras, but never see him in person. Hopefully it works out, because I'm starting to get a little down on myself, just thinking it's not going to happen. But I'm going to try a couple grunts and stuff, see what happens, see if anything comes in. They're making scrapes and rubbing on trees pretty good, so something should work. Gotta make something happen when it ain't happening for you.
Where? I got him. I got him. Dude. That's the deer we call G-Baby. That's what we spent this whole season for. I've hunted.
Hello?
Ryan,
Yeah.
I just smoked him at 10 yards.
You really?
I promise.
Hell yeah, dude. Did you see him go down or?
No, I didn't see him go down, but I know I smoked him.
Respect the Game has been brought to you by Elite Archery, the world's most shootable bow. Scott Releases, the #1 name in the release game. Custom bow equipment, solid broadheads, dual game calls, get real. Winner's Choice custom bowstrings. Realtree, family, friends, and the outdoors. Ozonics, undetectable, undeniable. Victory Arrows, the carbon arrow experts. Slick Trick, the deadliest broadhead, period. And by these other fine sponsors.
Hopefully got the biggest deer of my life. Shot him this morning about 8:30. My brother came out here and met me to help me with the recovery, so. He's right there, dude. Look at him. Get up here, dude. He's a bruiser. He's beautiful. I don't know what to think. Dude, me and Garrett, we work together and we've been on this deer since June 3rd was when we got the very first picture of him. It's crazy to be sitting here over him, holding him.
Like I said, what do we do? It's been hours, literally. Midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, texting each other, blowing each other's phone up. People think we're crazy, man, but when it all comes together like this, it makes all them people thinking that we're crazy worth it. We might be, but you know how it is.
Huge congrats to my little brother Josh. He smoked his #1 hit list deer this morning. And unfortunately I couldn't go to help him film, so I came out here to help him do the recovery. We did the recovery and he told me there is a really cool high 7-pointer that's been running around all day on the cameras, and he really wants me to shoot him. It's a buck he wants off here. So he just told me to get up in the tree. But I'm gonna be self-filming because he's gotta go back to work, but I'm gonna sit it out for the rest of the day. But he's been coming in pretty early, so hopefully he shows his face. I'd love to have a chance at him. He's an awesome deer.
Burp. Burp.
Yes. I told Josh from the minute I saw that deer on his cameras that I wanted to shoot that deer. And he's been all over the cameras. But he didn't want to come in here because that big buck had been in here a lot. He didn't want to bust the place up. He shot that deer this morning. I shot that 7-pointer this afternoon. I ain't been in the stand but a couple hours. He come walking right on by, and that slick trick burned right through him. I was worried. I haven't shot his bow in a long time. There he is, right there, baby. There he is. Smile up. Holy cow, man. Dude. Holy cow, man. He is a cool deer. Look how high he is.
It's a good deer. He's a tank.
Dude, the body on this thing. Holy cow. Wow. Look how dark he is.
Mm-hmm.
That is just an awesome deer. Can't thank Josh enough for letting me come out here.
Not gonna get any pre-roll, but they should wind up right underneath the tree. Safety first. Ladies and gents. I don't have a quiver, so I walk out in the woods just like this. Got a pocket full of
Captain for Respect the Game, brought to you by Backwoods Attraction. To learn more about Backwoods Attraction products, go to clutchoutdoors.com.